Budget padding are two words that have been used freely since President Muhammad Buhari presented the appropriation bill to the National Assembly. But it was not until recently that names were attached to allegations that had then been described as false. The presidency had at the time sacked some civil servants over the allegation, but the heads did not roll at the National Assembly. But now that claims and counterclaims are flying around the complex, the Senate leader likened the issue to a storm in a teacup.
It is more of a media hype than the reality. Because there now, we are not doing budget now. We only have Appropriation Act, which is a law. And you know the process of implementing a law, amending a law, or deleting. So the issue, I don't know where this issue of budget padding we are talking about is coming from.
The Senate leader gave journalists a brief insight into how budgets are arrived at and described the controversy in the House as a personal feud.
If we are not to tinker with the budget, as submitted by Mr. President, then there wouldn't have been need for it to even be submitted to the National Assembly. We have a constitutional duty to add, subtract, adjust, and that is what has been done. Mr. President took his time, and this is the first time we did a budget that we collectively produce it. Why I mean collectively produce it is the budget process was done collectively between the Senate, the House of Rep, the executive playing part. And this is the first time the president took his time to make sure that he did not just sign on to budget, but he signed on to budget detail that he is satisfied with. If after that there is a fallout between individuals, and that is what is even happening now. It's more or less a personal thing between Dogara and Jibrin. The Dogara is a Senate speaker, as you know, and Jibrin, that is the fallout of it. And that is not supposed to be the way the differences or disagreement or whatever is supposed to be settled.
He noted that steps are on to resolve the matter, just like the executive and legislature are working on building better working relations in national interests.